Hey, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so, I think for a lot of us parents, you know, Valentine's Day can kind of maybe not be the most romantic day of the year,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the kids and, school parties and just everything else going on.
Absolutely.
So today we're going to do a deep dive
Yeah.
into really how to make Valentine's Day special for yourself and your partner,
Yes.
even when you've got kids.
Exactly.
So we got some great sources here with tons of ideas.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that really stood out to me was this idea of self-care.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like radical self-care on Valentine's Day.
Uh,
We're so busy, trying to make it special for everybody else.
yeah.
We kind of forget about ourselves.
It's so true.
Right.
And it's interesting because when you take care of yourself,
Yeah,
you're actually better equipped to take care of everyone else.
I think that's really true.
Yeah. They say you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
And it's so true.
So how do we actually, put this into practice on
Yeah.
Valentine's Day?
Well,
I'm so busy.
I think one of the biggest things is just carving out some time for yourself.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like 15 minutes.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To do something that you enjoy.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's reading a book or taking a bath or just like sitting in silence for a few minutes.
Right. Or even, like a cup of coffee or tea,
Yes.
just something small,
Exactly.
just to kind of like give yourself a little break.
Yeah. Just to recharge your batteries.
Right.
Because I think sometimes as parents, we just get so caught up in the day-to-day
Absolutely.
that we forget to take care of ourselves.
Right. And, one of the things that the sources mentioned was, even like a 15-minute meditation
Oh, yeah.
can really help, reduce stress hormones.
Absolutely.
And then, you're not, snapping at your partner, you're not yelling at the kids,
Yeah, you're more patient. You're more present.
Exactly.
And I think that's a really important thing to remember, especially on a day like Valentine's Day when there's already a lot of pressure
Right.
to make things perfect.
Right. So it's like that reset button.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you were saying,
Yeah.
just taking that time to kind of like center yourself.
Yeah, and what else the sources talked about was this idea of treating yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like indulging in something small that brings you joy.
Yes.
Maybe it's buying yourself a bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
Or
Right.
getting a massage.
Okay, that's a good one.
Or, just like having a piece of chocolate.
Yeah. Whatever it is that makes you happy.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember that you deserve it.
Absolutely.
You work hard.
Yeah.
You're a good parent.
Yeah.
And you deserve to treat yourself.
Yeah. And I love that the sources also mention, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Oh, yes.
If you need a break.
Delegate. Ask your partner to take the kids for an hour.
Yeah.
Or ask a friend to come over and watch them while you take a nap.
Yes.
There's no shame in asking for help.
Absolutely not.
And in fact, I think it's a sign of strength
It really is.
to recognize that you can't do it all on your own
Yeah.
and that it's okay to ask for help.
So we've showered ourselves with some self-love.
Yes.
Now, what about, bringing the romance back?
Yes.
With our partners.
Yes.
I mean, it's no secret that relationships change after kids.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Date nights are harder.
Yeah.
You're just tired all the time.
Yeah.
But the sources really emphasize that, romance doesn't have to die after kids.
No, not at all.
It just has to kind of adapt.
Exactly.
Right.
And, I think the key is to be intentional about it.
Yeah?
Just because you can't go out for a fancy dinner doesn't mean that you can't have a romantic evening at home.
Absolutely.
Light some candles,
Yeah.
cook dinner together, put on some music.
Put the phones away.
Yes, put the phones away.
Which is hard.
It is hard.
I know.
But it's so important.
To really connect.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I thought was really cute that the sources mentioned was writing each other little love notes.
Oh, I love that.
Like instead of like a generic Valentine's Day card,
Yeah.
Something more personal.
And something handwritten.
Handwritten, yes.
That's so special.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't have to be anything long or fancy.
No, just, love you, I appreciate you, whatever.
Yeah, just a few words to let your partner know that you're thinking of them.
Yeah.
And that you appreciate them.
I think that's so powerful.
It is.
Especially in this day and age where, everything is so fast-paced.
Yeah.
Just to like slow down.
Yeah.
And take the time.
Yeah.
To write something by hand.
And what's interesting about that?
Yeah.
Is that it actually forces you to slow down and think about what you want to say. You can't just like type out a quick text.
No.
You have to really think about it.
Right.
And I think that process of reflection
Yeah.
can actually strengthen your bond,
It's true.
because you're really taking the time to appreciate your partner
Right.
and to think about all the things that you love about them.
And speaking of like remembering all the things you love about them,
Yeah.
one of the other things that the sources talk about was the power of nostalgia.
Oh, yes.
Like looking through old photos
Yeah.
or watching videos from when you first started dating.
That's so fun.
And I was just curious, like, how does that actually work
Yeah.
from like a psychological standpoint?
Well, nostalgia is a really powerful emotion.
Yeah.
And it can actually strengthen relationships
Yeah.
because when you reminisce about shared experiences,
Yeah.
it brings back those positive feelings
Right.
and it reminds you of why you fell in love in the first place.
So it's like a relationship refresh button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like taking a trip down memory lane
Yeah.
and remembering all the good times.
Yeah.
And that can really help to reignite the spark.
Exactly.
Especially if you've been together for a long time.
Right.
And you're starting to feel like you're in a rut.
Right.
Nostalgia can be a really powerful way to get out of that rut.
And I love that the sources also suggest like planning team effort activities.
Oh, yes.
Building on that idea of nostalgia. So maybe it's planning a vacation.
Yes.
Or starting a home improvement project.
Yeah.
Or even just, dreaming about your future together.
Exactly. It's about creating shared goals.
Yeah.
And looking ahead as a couple.
Right.
And it reinforces the idea that you're in it together.
Yeah.
You're a team.
A team.
And you're working towards a shared vision.
And that's so important.
It is.
To have that shared vision.
Yeah. Because I think sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day.
Right.
And to forget about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But when you have shared goals, it helps to keep you focused.
Focused and motivated.
Exactly. And it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Together.
And to make, to really make that connection count,
Yeah.
like we were talking about.
Yeah.
The sources recommend a tech-free evening.
Oh, yes.
Unplug, put the phones down.
Turn off the TV.
Turn off the TV.
Put away the laptops.
Yeah, all of it.
Just be present with each other.
And it's hard.
It is hard.
Especially these days.
Yeah.
But I think it's so important.
It is.
To really be able to connect.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
It's not just about the quantity of time that you spend together.
Right.
It's about the quality of time.
Exactly.
So you could spend 2 hours sitting on the couch together watching TV.
Yeah.
But if you're both on your phones the whole time,
You're not really connecting.
you're not really connecting.
Yeah.
You're not really present with each other.
Right. So it's like you're there, but you're not really there.
Exactly.
Now, I know some parents, might want to include their kids
Of course.
in the Valentine's Day festivities.
Yeah.
And I think that's great,
Yeah.
But how do you balance that
Right. Yeah.
with, making it special for you and your partner?
Well, I think one idea is to kind of dedicate the daytime
Yeah.
to family-focused Valentine's activities. So,
Yeah.
maybe you make cards together, or you bake cookies,
Right.
or you have a special Valentine's breakfast.
Yeah.
Something fun that you can do all together
As a fan.
as a family.
And then,
And then in the evening,
yes.
after the kids go to bed,
Yes.
that's when you have your adult-only celebration.
Yes.
So you can still have that special time together.
Right. And I think that's a great way to do it
Yeah.
because, the kids get to feel included,
Yeah.
but you also get to have that special time.
Exactly.
Just the two of you.
And I think it's also important for kids to see their parents
Yes.
expressing love for each other.
Absolutely.
It's a good example for them.
It really is.
It shows them what a healthy relationship looks like.
So it's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
So the big takeaway here
Yeah.
is that Valentine's Day doesn't have to be another stressful day,
No,
on the parenting calendar,
it doesn't.
with a little intention and creativity.
Yeah.
It can be a day for self-care,
Yes.
reconnection,
Yes.
and celebrating love in all its forms.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up our deep dive today,
Yeah.
I'm curious, what gesture will you choose
Yeah.
to make this Valentine's Day extra special?
Yes. Think about that.
We hope this has given you some inspiration to make this Valentine's Day one to remember. And happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
It's Happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
It's been fun.
Likewise.